Hi! Last week we held the first ever RiteTrack Challenge. The RiteTrack Challenge is open for employees, customers, and partners of Handel Information Technologies to see who can come up with the most innovative use of the RiteTrack framework. We want to see who can really stretch the framework to do things that it wasn't necessarily designed to do to begin with. Here today we will show you one of the entrants and a finalist in last week's RiteTrack Challenge and the engineering team who came up with CoffeeTrack. Yes, you heard that right. CoffeeTrack.
So CoffeeTrack is product development's entry into the first annual RiteTrack Challenge. What we've tried to do is really push the technology boundary into what RiteTrack can actually talk to and implement. And so what we've done is we've taken the problem we have at Handel, which is turning the coffee pot on remotely, remembering to turn it off, tracking how much coffee you have, and getting alerted when a new pot is done. We're software developers. We like our coffee and we want to know when it's done. And we developed CoffeeTrack around that so that we can track every aspect of our coffee within RiteTrack.
It's basically a merging of different technologies that we have not been able to do in RiteTrack before. And using Silverlight, and in particular for this project, Silverlight 4, we've been able to do those things.
So we're using Twitter, which we showed at the RiteTrack conference this year, but we're also using a barcode scanner. We're using, like Sonja says before, Silverlight 4. We're using a webcam. We're using a microprocessor. We're using some homebrew electronics, and finally our coffee pot.
So here's how CoffeeTrack really works. You're at home in the morning and you want coffee ready when you come in the office. You send the brew command to Twitter. Twitter in turn receives this message and communicates to RiteTrack. RiteTrack in turn starts the coffee pot, and through a web camera, RiteTrack monitors how full the water reservoir is and how much coffee has been brewed, and it can communicate back based on observations from the web camera when the coffee is done brewing and so on. RiteTrack then sends a message through Twitter or its own messaging system that the coffee is done brewing. The employee gets their cup of coffee, scans the cup with the barcode scanner, and we're done. So brewing your coffee through RiteTrack may be neat, but how in the world does this have any commercial application in the human services software world?
Some things that come to mind are definitely signature pads. Any type of hardware integration. We could, if you have a custom machine you need to operate, RFID tracking systems. There's a whole host of human health services devices that you would need to connect to, and other web clients just simply won't be able to do it. But with Silverlight 4, they give us the option to use COM automation, and we can talk to whatever device we need to as long as there's a COM library available.
Well, as Michael and Sonja mentioned, with RiteTrack 4 running on the Silverlight platform, the possibilities are really only limited by your imagination. While we don't necessarily expect you to brew your coffee with RiteTrack, I think you've seen that there's really no limit to what RiteTrack can do for you in your organization. Thank you for tuning into this podcast, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.